What if I told you that many men never truly grow up? They may have the body of an adult, but their thinking and behavior remain stuck in childhood. Why do so many men avoid responsibility, run from challenges, and stay trapped in immaturity? In a world that constantly demands adulthood from men, many still live inside a loop of excuses, fear, and emotional avoidance. This is the reality of the man-child, someone who has never fully faced the truth about growth. Here is the harsh truth. The man-child never matures because he refuses discomfort and rejects responsibility. Stoicism delivers a brutal but powerful lesson here. True maturity is not comfortable. It demands confronting uncomfortable truths and stepping directly into challenge. Today, we uncover why some men never mature and how you can break free from this cycle. Prepare to question everything you believe about growth. 1. The illusion of comfort. Why avoiding discomfort keeps you stuck. What if the very thing you keep avoiding is the key to your growth? Why do so many men cling to comfort, believing it keeps them safe, when in reality it locks them inside immaturity? Many of us chase comfort, convinced that escaping pain will eventually lead to happiness and success. We tell ourselves, once I'm comfortable, everything will fall into place. But the truth is this: comfort is a trap. It's an illusion that prevents you from becoming who you're meant to be. In today's world, avoiding discomfort has become normal. People stay in jobs they hate, dodge hard conversations, and run from personal development just to stay comfortable. But comfort shrinks you. It keeps you in a place where you never have to face change, responsibility, or the pressure to exceed your limits. The man-child chooses comfort and refuses the challenges that would force growth. Why? Because discomfort requires courage. It means facing fears, weaknesses, and limitations. Real strength is not built by avoiding these things, but by confronting them directly. Think about the last time you faced discomfort. A hard conversation, a difficult decision, a challenge that felt overwhelming. Did you avoid it, or did you step into it? Every time you avoid discomfort, you avoid the very process that strengthens you. The Stoics understood what most people miss. Discomfort is the path to growth. Marcus Aurelius lived through pain, hardship, and constant pressure, yet he treated discomfort as a teacher. He knew real growth happens through confrontation, not avoidance. Instead of fleeing difficulty, he welcomed it as an opportunity to refine his character. This is where the man-child and the Stoic diverge. The man-child avoids discomfort and remains stagnant. The Stoic embraces it, knowing it is the only path to real strength. Resilience is forged through adversity. Face discomfort consistently, and you become unshakable. Rather than running from fear, you learn to treat it as part of your training. The Stoic mindset teaches you to see every obstacle as a chance to strengthen yourself. Each challenge you avoid keeps you frozen in fear and inaction. Each challenge you face moves you closer to who you want to become. Whether it's handling a difficult work situation, confronting a personal fear, or stepping into something unfamiliar, discomfort sharpens your character. It is not the enemy. It is preparation for your future self. Avoid discomfort and you avoid growth. Step into discomfort and you unlock strength, confidence, and resilience. So ask yourself today, what discomfort are you avoiding? Whether it's change, responsibility, or facing hard truths about your life, that is where your growth lives. Embrace it, and transformation follows. 2. The fear of responsibility. How escaping accountability leads to stagnation. What if your refusal to take responsibility is the real reason you feel stuck? Many men avoid responsibility. It's uncomfortable, but it must be confronted. The man-child runs from accountability, blaming circumstances, people, and luck for his situation. Instead of taking control, he stays passive, hoping something external will fix his life. But maturity begins the moment you accept full responsibility for your actions and outcomes. When you avoid responsibility, you surrender your power. You allow external forces to control you instead of mastering yourself. Whether it's dodging hard decisions at work or avoiding personal challenges, the longer you evade responsibility, the deeper you remain in immaturity. Stoicism teaches a clear rule: your life is your responsibility alone. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself to take responsibility for his thoughts, actions, and reactions. As emperor, his decisions affected millions, yet he understood that growth starts internally. Stoicism teaches that a meaningful life begins with ownership of the inner world. Look at your own life. Where are you avoiding responsibility? A mistake you won't face, a decision you keep postponing, a part of your life you've allowed to become chaotic. Avoiding responsibility might feel relieving in the moment, but it quietly traps you in weakness and stagnation. Now compare this with the Stoic path. The Stoic does not run from responsibility. He confronts it directly. He takes ownership not only of actions, but of thoughts and emotional responses. The Stoic does not blame circumstances or people around him. Instead, he takes full responsibility for his actions, and by doing so, he regains control of his life. When you accept responsibility, you unlock a new level of personal power. Responsibility is not a burden. It is an opportunity to take charge of your fate, make the changes you know are necessary, and finally move forward. Taking responsibility means accepting that you control your choices, your emotions, and your future. Consider a practical example. Imagine being stuck in a job you hate, feeling trapped by financial pressure, family expectations, or fear of failure. The man-child complains, blames the system, and says, "I can't change my situation." The Stoic man may feel fear too, but he takes ownership and looks for solutions. He asks himself, "What can I do today to change this? What choices are still available to me?" This is not about avoiding responsibility or running from difficulty. The Stoic does not avoid challenges. He rises to meet them. He faces problems directly, no matter how uncomfortable or inconvenient they appear. True freedom is born from responsibility. When you stop blaming others and start owning your life, you begin breaking the limits you placed on yourself. Responsibility becomes a tool that allows you to shape your future. Without it, you remain stuck, running in circles without direction. Ask yourself today, what part of your life are you avoiding responsibility for? A conversation you've delayed, a decision you keep postponing, something you know should have been handled long ago. Taking ownership is the first real step toward growth. 3. The pursuit of external validation. Why seeking approval prevents maturity? What if the constant need for validation is keeping you from becoming who you're meant to be? Many men spend their lives chasing approval from peers, family, or strangers online. The man-child looks outward for validation, believing praise will give him the confidence he lacks internally. But seeking approval is a trap. It makes you dependent on others instead of grounded in your own strength. In an age of social media and constant comparison, validation has become addictive. We post, share, and measure our worth through reactions, likes, and comments. But the Stoics taught a different truth. Real value comes from within, not from the opinions of others. External validation fades quickly, but self-worth built on virtue and wisdom endures. Instead of chasing praise, the Stoic focuses on doing what is right, regardless of who is watching. Stoicism emphasizes character over reputation. What others think is outside your control. How you live, how you act, and how you uphold your values are fully within your control. Think about the last time you shared an achievement. How much of your happiness depended on the response? The approval may have felt good briefly, but it never lasts. The man-child lives for these short moments. The Stoic finds peace knowing his worth does not depend on external reactions. The more you seek validation, the more power you surrender. When other people's opinions define you, they control you. But when you stop seeking approval, you reclaim your freedom. You begin living authentically, acting with integrity, and pursuing your goals without permission. What if you stopped seeking approval today? What if you lived according to your values instead of chasing acceptance? The Stoic does not ask permission to be himself. He understands that his worth is rooted in character, not public opinion. Self-worth is built internally through discipline, wisdom, and virtue. When you stop chasing validation, you build an unshakable foundation. You become stronger, calmer, and more confident regardless of judgment. So ask yourself, where in your life are you still chasing approval? Stop pursuing praise. Pursue growth. The only validation that truly matters comes from within. 4. The lack of emotional control. How impulsive reactions prevent maturity. What if true maturity is not just controlling actions, but mastering emotions? One of the clearest signs of the man-child is emotional instability. He reacts on impulse, allowing emotions to dictate decisions. Whether it's anger, fear, or sadness, emotions take control. Stoic philosophy offers a hard truth. Maturity begins when emotions are mastered, not obeyed. In a world full of constant triggers, impulsive reactions feel natural. Stress at work, conflict in relationships, and personal pressure push emotions to the surface. The instinct is to react immediately. Stoicism does not teach emotional suppression. It teaches awareness, understanding, and deliberate response. Emotional control means pausing before reacting, reflecting on what you feel, and choosing the wisest response. Consider a simple example. You're in a difficult conversation with a colleague. They say something frustrating, and your impulse is to snap back. That is the man-child's reaction. The Stoic pauses. He breathes. He observes the emotion and asks, "What is this feeling showing me? What response serves me best?" Instead of reacting, he chooses patience and clarity. Emotions are powerful, but they do not have to rule you. Mastering them is one of the strongest indicators of true maturity. Each time you pause and respond thoughtfully, you build emotional resilience. The more you practice control, the weaker impulsive urges become. Think about a moment when you acted purely on emotion. Did it improve the situation or make it worse? Impulsive reactions often lead to regret, but when you pause, reflect, and choose deliberately, you act with strength rather than weakness. This simple habit of pausing before reacting can change the direction of your life. True emotional control is about self-mastery, not suppression. It means understanding your emotions, accepting them, and choosing responses that align with your values. When you control your emotions, you reclaim your power and make decisions that lead to growth instead of regret. So ask yourself today, which emotion is controlling you? Anger, fear, impatience, or frustration? Each moment of awareness gives you the chance to pause and respond with intention. Emotional control is a skill that can be trained. With consistent practice, you move closer to becoming the man you are meant to be. 5. The comfort of blame. How playing the victim prevents growth. What if blaming others is the very thing holding you back? One of the most common traps that keeps men stuck in immaturity is the victim mindset. The man-child turns to blame. He blames his circumstances, his upbringing, or the people around him for his lack of progress. Instead of owning his life, he points outward, hoping someone else will solve his problems. Here is the harsh reality. Blame is a form of self-sabotage. It keeps you powerless. In the modern world, blaming others comes easily. When things go wrong, the instinct is to find someone responsible. Stoicism offers a different approach. You cannot control other people, but you can control how you respond to life. When you blame others, you give away your power. You become a victim of circumstances instead of the author of your life. The Stoic does not look outward for excuses. He looks inward and asks, "What is within my control? What can I do better?" By taking responsibility, the Stoic stops living as a victim and starts shaping his own path. Growth begins the moment blame ends. Look at your own life. How often do you blame your boss, your family, your past, or the system? External circumstances matter, but your response to them determines your growth. When you stop blaming, you reclaim control. Blame traps you in weakness. Responsibility sets you free. The man-child stays stuck because he refuses ownership. The Stoic accepts flaws without excuses and works to improve them. There is no self-pity, only accountability and courage. Taking responsibility for your life is the ultimate sign of maturity. It means saying, "This is mine, the good and the bad, and I will improve it." Instead of waiting for others to change, you step forward and change yourself. Ask yourself today, what are you still blaming others for? Your past, your circumstances, your relationships. What responsibility can you take right now? The moment blame stops, growth begins. Ownership unlocks real power. 6. The fear of change. Why clinging to old habits keeps men stuck in childhood? What if the greatest obstacle to your growth is not external, but your fear of change? One of the strongest ways the man-child avoids maturity is by clinging to the familiar. Old habits, old thinking, old routines. Change feels threatening because it leads into the unknown. Instead of adapting, he stays trapped in patterns that no longer serve him. But here is the truth. Holding on to the old is the fastest way to stagnate. The man-child avoids change because staying where he is feels easier, even if life feels empty or unfulfilled. Old habits feel safe, but they quietly block growth. Change requires leaving comfort behind, and that is exactly what the man-child refuses to do. Stoicism teaches that growth without change is impossible. To become who you are meant to be, you must be willing to evolve. That may mean changing your mindset, your environment, or your daily habits. The Stoic understands that transformation comes through change, not resistance. Nothing remains the same forever. Growth requires adaptation. Look at your own life. What habits or beliefs are holding you back? They may feel comfortable, but they are limiting your potential. The man-child clings to safety. The Stoic steps into the unknown because he knows growth lives there. Freedom begins when you release what no longer serves you. Change is not something to fear. It is an opportunity to become stronger. So ask yourself, what change are you afraid of? Whether it's a shift in your career, your relationships, or even your mindset, embrace it. The first step toward real growth is accepting that change is necessary. When you accept change instead of resisting it, you begin evolving into the person you were meant to become. 7. The lack of virtue. Why true maturity requires moral strength. What if real maturity isn't measured by what you achieve, but by the character you build? In the pursuit of success, many men overlook what matters most: virtue. The man-child focuses on external wins, status, money, and recognition, believing these define maturity. The Stoic understands a deeper truth. Maturity is built through virtue, not achievements. Stoic philosophy teaches that the highest aim in life is cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues are not abstract ideas. They are the foundation of lasting growth. Virtue cannot be acquired externally. It must be developed internally. A man may appear successful on the surface, but without virtue, he lacks the strength to truly grow. The Stoic does not measure his worth by wealth or admiration. He measures himself by character. Am I wise in my decisions? Am I fair in how I treat others? Am I courageous when facing hardship? Am I disciplined in my desires? Look at your own life. Are you chasing external accomplishments, or are you developing inner strength? Material success can be useful, but it will never bring fulfillment on its own. Without virtue, none of it holds lasting value. Virtue is the true measure of a man's worth. The man-child seeks validation from the outside. The Stoic seeks peace from within. When character comes first, everything else aligns naturally. Your success is not defined by what you own, but by who you are. So ask yourself, which virtues are you actively building? Are you becoming more courageous, more disciplined, more just? True maturity comes from living by virtue, not from external success. Take time to reflect on the qualities you want to embody and begin practicing them daily. That is the real path to maturity. Maturity does not come from avoiding discomfort, chasing approval, or clinging to the past. It comes from full responsibility, emotional mastery, and virtuous living. Throughout this journey, we've exposed the hard truths that keep men trapped in immaturity: fear of discomfort, avoidance of responsibility, dependence on validation, lack of moral strength. Stoicism offers a clear antidote. Face life with courage, own your actions, build a character rooted in virtue. So reflect honestly. Are you ready to step into your full potential? Embrace discomfort, take responsibility, live with virtue. The path to maturity is demanding, but it is the only path that leads to becoming the man you were meant to be. I am becoming the man I was meant to be, guided by wisdom and strength.